Ready. All right.
What's up, dear?
What's up? Welcome to episode 1.
Welcome. This is the Unkindness Lounge, the most I can't even talk. The most awkward podcast you'll ever see in your entire life. I'm Lizard. This
I'm
is
Raven.
Raven. And
The Unkindness
yeah,
Lounge.
yeah. I don't know
All
whose
right.
idea this was. It was a really bad one, but we just wanted to make this podcast so we could you know, get to know people from the community more. But the first episode, just me and Raven. What's up, Raven?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's going good. And I am as awkward as this podcast will probably be.
She's
I am
actually as
happy.
awkward as me, which is
Yeah, hard. It's
impressive.
kind of hard. Yeah, exactly. It's impressive. But
Yeah.
hopefully, yeah, as we continue, we'll get some cool guests on. We'll be able to have a lot to talk about, and it'll actually be fun. A fun way to interact with the community. Because I
Yeah.
know that's what both of us have really loved with streaming.
Heck
It's
yeah.
like the friends that we've made. Yeah, I think it'll be a good time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Um, we'll get more overlays and stuff. We spent the last hour and a half figuring that out, and we didn't figure it out, as you can see, so that's great.
Yeah,
But yeah,
technology problems.
let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So I'm hitting lights in my room and stuff now. Sorry.
Okay, I guess, do you want to just start with how the Unkindness Lounge came to be?
Yeah. So I don't know. I think I just had watched enough podcasts and stuff. I'm like, you know what? Me and Ravenclaw could do that. And
And,
I thought it'd be really cool because, there's a lot of people in the community, and like even it seems like almost every week I'm meeting new people. Like I just met Robbie Juice a couple weeks ago.
right,
Ginjar Gaming, who else? Really, everyone,
pretty much everyone. And what's crazy is how much of a circle I feel
right?
like, I'll meet one person a couple weeks, I'll meet another person, and then some random person, I'll be in their stream, and like my friends that I met 2 weeks ago will be in that stream. So it's
Right,
just crazy
exactly,
how
yeah.
everything is like coming full circle. And I'm like, wow, it is a small world.
It's a small
Uh,
world, a big community, but a tight community. It's really weird.
Yeah, yeah. What's funny is that when Lizard asked me if he kept saying, "No, I really want to do a podcast. We should do a podcast. We should do a podcast." And I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds really fun." But I never thought it was gonna be like a real thing because it's Lizard. Like he's
Yeah,
always
that's
saying
true.
random crap, and I'm like,
That's
"Nah,
true.
this is yeah, like sure that'd be fun, but like it's never gonna happen." And then we
Yeah,
sat down. And we're like, "Okay,
I'll be honest, I didn't either. Cause what was it? It was September whenever I was just like, you know what? I'm going to start making YouTube videos. I'm gonna do a charity stream that fell through. Like everything just like hits the fan whenever I want to do something. Um, I actually did make
so
my
easy
first
to get
YouTube video.
ideas."
I don't know
But
if
to
I
make
even told you that.
wait, you what?
I made my first YouTube
What?
video. Yeah,
No, let's talk about this. Let's talk about
I
the
didn't tell
YouTube video.
anybody. So, I work 16-hour shifts at work, so I get really bored. And I was like, Phasmophobia. Phasmophobia is like my favorite game of all time right now.
It's
And
great.
I've really been enjoying it. So I went back on my old VOD on my Twitch from the first time I played Phasmophobia with Mr. Work, the famous flashlight thrown in the bathroom clip. Yeah.
If anyone hasn't seen that clip, go follow Lizardnutta on Twitter and watch
Uh
that Phasmo clip. It's the
Pretty sure I
funniest
have it pinned on my
thing.
Twitter.
Yeah, it's just
It's
pinned
pretty
to me
fun.
for your first time playing.
Yeah.
You gotta see it.
So yeah, I went back to that VOD and literally recorded from my iPhone. Just screen recorded the entire game. And I went and used iMovie to make and trim
Oh
it and stuff.
my
And I
gosh. Okay.
uploaded it from my iPhone. So I think the max resolution you can get is like 360 pixels on that
So, I
YouTube
mean,
video.
are
There's
you
no
gonna
thumbnail. It's great.
drop your channel in? Are we gonna
No, I'm just gonna have to make a new YouTube channel.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
But
that's
yeah, the
awesome.
podcast we actually did that pretty quick. That was just an idea from like 2 weeks ago. Really, I was just like,
Yeah,
hey, let's make a podcast. Robbie's like the Unkindness Lounge. If you guys didn't know, a group of ravens is called an unkindness, and a group of lizards is called a lounge. So that's why it's like a perfect name for a podcast, the Unkindness
it's
Lounge.
so awesome. He's so creative. If anyone doesn't know Robbie Juice, like,
Robbie
he's
Juice
so
is the
fun.
man,
He's such a hype man, but one thing is, like, he's so creative, and he'll just drop this stuff in chat like it's nothing,
right?
and it's, like, epic. So, yeah, he was like we were, like, thinking of names because we were like, Ravenclaw013, like,
Yeah, the
how
Raven
can
and
we put
Lizard
together
Show, like,
yeah, we were literally like, the best we got is the Raven and Lizard Show, and that's
right.
not gonna cut it.
I was looking
And
up
yeah,
names of like reptiles that have feathers and stuff, and it was coming up with weird dinosaur names. I'm like, huh.
yeah, so, yeah, Unkindness is a group of ravens, Lounge is a group of lizards, so, like, the Unkindness Lounge, it's perfect,
We're
and it's a
actually pretty
deal.
nice, you know. We're pretty kind, I think.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
unkind. We're
we
always
love to have
lounging,
fun.
so
Yeah, we're always lounging.
yeah.
I mean, it's great.
So you've been streaming for 2 months now.
Probably yeah, I'd say probably just about 2 months.
2 months. How's it
Um,
going? You love it?
I'm loving it. It's going great. So if anyone of you didn't know, Lizard is actually the one that got me into streaming. Um, it's just been a lot of fun, and I it's something I literally would have never thought that I'd be doing today. If you told me I'd play video games, if you'd have told me that like 5 years ago, I'd be playing video games, I'd be like, "Dude, you're literally crazy. I don't play video games." Like
Yeah.
I used to make fun of my husband because he played video games. I was like, "No, that's never gonna be me." And then just fast forward a few years later, and here I am on Twitch. Uh, but
Two
yeah,
months.
it's been 2 months, I think. It's been super fun. I can't even tell you how many awesome people I've become friends with and met and everything through this platform, and it's such a great thing during the times we're in, I feel like, because it's given me a way to be close with people and have that social interaction, but still be able to be home.
That's true.
It's been really nice.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you wanna talk about how long you've been streaming? Because I
Uh,
know
yeah, I've been
you got a
streaming
little bit on
for
Mixer
two
before
and
you
a
even
half
yeah,
years,
came over
actually.
here.
Yeah, I was streaming on Twitch. Originally, it started out just me streaming straight from the Xbox Fortnite gameplay. Um, I don't even know what season of Fortnite I started streaming in. I think it was season 4 was when I started streaming Fortnite, maybe 5. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, just straight from the Xbox, and then we were at Walmart one day and KP's like, "Hey, get a webcam, you can use my laptop." So then we kind of like got the overlays, the webcam. We would stream the gameplay from the Xbox to the laptop and then on the Streamlabs, which is like the worst. Uh and then it all led to me getting a PC one day, and that's around that time is when I switched over to Mixer actually. And
So
yeah,
before Mixer, you were purely doing, like,
just
streaming
Twitch.
from your
Yeah,
going
just
Twitch from
Xbox
your
streams,
Xbox. Wow,
laptop.
that's crazy.
There's clips from about 2 years ago, maybe a little over a year ago, that you can still find on my Twitch channel
Dude,
if you
that's
go back far
insane.
enough on my
Yeah.
clips. Um, do you remember the Floor is Lava game mode on Fortnite?
Yeah.
About season 7, I think, is when that came out. Yeah, there's clips of me playing that on Twitch.
That's crazy.
Pretty
That's
wild, yeah.
yeah.
You can see KP sitting on the bed in the background because it was in our bedroom at our old apartment. So yeah, it's been a while, but Mixer's really where it kick started because I had 0 viewers for over a year. Then Mixer kicked it off. Mr. Work, the fam. Yeah,
Yes, Whip
you
Fam.
remember Mr. Work.
We love
Mr. Work
Mr.
rated
Work.
me, got involved in a few community members that way, and that's when I really figured out what streaming could be with, as far as a community. Because my knowledge of it was stream gameplay or whatever, and people come watch, and that's it. And then Animal Crossing came out. That's
And
when
what a time. What a time to be
Dreamality,
alive.
none other, Dreamality. He rated me, and that's whenever I really figured out what streaming was all about. But yeah, throughout that whole time, my uh partner in crime was Ravenclaw. We literally played video games for well over. It's been like 2 years now, just constant playing Fortnite, Call of Duty.
Yeah. We get
Uh,
hooked on we get
yeah,
hooked on one game, and it's, like, hours and hours of
hours.
just me and Lizard putting in time.
We spent so many nights staying up to like 4 a.m. playing Infected on Call of
Infected
Duty.
on Call of Duty. Literally, we'd be up all night. It'd be, like, 4 AM. One of us be like, "Alright, I guess we better go to bed now."
Yeah, I really
But,
should go to bed. I work in two
yeah,
hours.
the one thing that has never changed is me
Yeah,
and Lizard have
for
always
sure.
got hooked on one thing, and then we just grind it out and have a lot of
Right.
fun,
Yeah.
and I don't think yeah, if I didn't meet Lizard and we didn't become, like, good friends, I don't even think I'd be playing video games really because Fortnite Fortnite with, him and that was the first time I'd ever played, like, a real video game, I would say, other than, like, when I was a kid, I had, like, a DS, like, everyone had little things like that, but a true video game like Fortnite was the first thing that I ever actually sat down and learned how to play, and I was back when Fortnite was a great game, back then, I was hooked. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, then, after that, he kinda taught me Call of Duty. That's a game I never thought I would like, got addicted to it, go figure. Yeah, we had a lot of late nights. Um, yeah, but if it wasn't for Fortnite with Lizard, like, I don't even think I'd be playing anything today, so
And now I've seen you probably stream like 20 different video games. So, I
yeah, yeah,
mean,
now I'm,
it
like,
all comes
trying all
full
kinds of
circle.
new
Yeah.
things. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
I'm kind of like that too, though. I find one game that I like and I get hooked on it. And I don't go out and play anything else. And, because of streaming and Twitch and stuff, people just tell you about video games you should try. And you try. If you hate it, you don't play it. If you love it, you love it. So, um,
Yeah,
Phasmophobia is games.
yeah, yeah, let's talk about the games we're playing at the moment.
Yeah.
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia is my
It's
bread and butter right now.
I was gonna say, we were doing so much Call of Duty, obviously, you guys know Cold War just came out, and
Yep.
we grinded that out for a while, but, you get to where you play it so much, you're ready to try something new.
Right.
But yeah, we started, Phasmophobia, which I'm sure you guys have seen us stream together, because we always
Yeah.
play it together, it's so fun. I think we've both, yeah, been pretty, like, hooked on that lately,
Yeah. Other than
and
that, Animal Crossing
Animal
offline. I
Crossing
don't
off
stream
stream,
Animal Crossing, but
yeah.
I've
Animal
played.
Crossing, it's crazy that that game came out in March,
Yeah,
and we're still
playing it. I'm
hooked
putting
on that
in
game.
40 hours a week on that game.
Yeah,
Probably like
yeah, off stream, there's a lot of nights where me and Lizard and we'll, like, get on a Discord call and we'll
yeah.
freaking play Animal Crossing for hours
Yeah,
working on
Mr.
our
Mr.
island.
Clutch just got it yesterday, and
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
an experience. It took him an hour and 45 minutes to come up with an island name. That
yeah,
was fun.
yeah,
Clutch
but it's
Cove.
just Clutch Cove, oh my gosh.
Finally
Yeah,
nailed it after a while. But
oh my god.
yeah. Um what else was I gonna ask you? There's something else on the but I can't remember.
So we'll talk about I talked a little bit about my history with video games, not even being in the video game world whatsoever, having
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do with it, knowing absolutely nothing about, streaming video games, anything, and kind of how that came to be. Do you want to talk about your past with video games? Did you grow up,
Yeah, I
playing
mean the
lots
list
of
goes on. I've always played video games. I've played a little bit of some games on the old dinosaur computer, we were
uh,
growing up and I was real young, but those weren't real video games, in my opinion. And then probably my first video game was Pokemon or something. I had a Game Boy. There was like a Hulk game I played, like the Incredible Hulk. And then I got a GameCube, and that's when everything's first like console. GameCube was
Remember?
awesome.
So when you got the GameCube, how old were you?
Oh gosh, I don't know, young.
Yeah.
Probably around 7, 8 ish. I was really young. So we had the GameCube, and I played a lot of Super Smash Bros. Was like my go-to game. Super Smash Bros. A little bit of Legend of Zelda, but not a lot. Um, and then my next console was probably the Wii, the Nintendo Wii. That's where, if you don't know, if you
It's the
don't
Wii.
know, the
Even
Wii Sports Boxing was like one of the best
here we go.
games
This is a
ever.
whole other topic.
Yeah, in the esports world, I'm pretty sure Wii Sports Boxing is like the most competitive. Of course, your boys got 3 world records in
Your boy's
sports
holding
boxing.
a
So
world record in Wii
three,
boxing.
three world
Three.
records. But yeah, so there's that. Lots of Wii games though. Cars was one of my favorite video games, like the movie Cars.
Yeah.
That video game, that was a great video game. That was a
That's
good one.
awesome.
I don't know what else I played. All sorts of stuff. Then I got an Xbox, and it was Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I mean, I played Skyrim but mainly shooter games. Was I've played, Fortnite, Call of Duty, all those are the ones that really hook me, and I get addicted to. So
See his snipes.
yeah,
360 no scope.
it's true. Not very good
Yeah.
at 360 no scopes, but
So like the GameCube was your first kind of like console.
yeah,
type
that's
of thing.
probably whenever I really started. The GameCube is, I think
That's awesome.
I was pretty young. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I've always been addicted to video games, so
Yeah. I remember when I was little, like a kid, probably, just a little older than what you were saying, and someone gave us a PlayStation 1, and I was like, "What the heck even is this?" But they gave us a few games with it, and, like, Need for Speed, dude, I remember literally putting hours in Need for Speed
dude, Need for
racing. I was
Speed was
like,
fun.
"Oh, it's so fun."
Yeah,
But, just dabbled in that, and,
I
my
feel you.
Nintendo DS
Yeah,
but
that's kind of how it was for me. Of course, I had the GameCube. That's
right.
Nintendo. So those are all that a lot of children played, and it wasn't unless I was visiting a friend's house or something. Things like Need for Speed or Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, things that I wasn't allowed to play
I
as a
remember
little kid until I
yeah.
got my Xbox 360. So
I remember the Wii when the Wii came out, like, the hype behind it. That was the first actual, like, type of video game that I actually, like, wanted. I was, like,
yeah,
begging. I mean, who didn't want a Wii? Like, everyone wanted a Wii.
The Wii was ahead of its time. I feel like. I mean,
Yeah.
it was so great. Like even now, it just blows my mind. Like that game, that console. Let me look up here, but I'm pretty sure.
The Wii, that was crazy. That was the first time I literally ever actually asked and wanted some type of, like, something to play a game.
Yeah, the Wii came out in 2006. Yeah,
I'll take it
so
back.
it was definitely definitely ahead of its time in my opinion. I remember I was in 4th grade when I got.
It was that long ago.
I know I was little, kicking butt.
Crazy. Yeah.
But I'd say the Xbox 60 was like the.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's super cool.
I had my Xbox 360 came out with schools.
Dang. Yeah.
Pretty sick.
Wow. That's awesome.
Um, but yeah, only 2 months streaming and you've been freaking killing it. Let's be
I mean,
honest.
it's been great to, give me something to do and
Yeah, I
have fun
mean,
with.
I think it's kind of nice that Raven was a part of the communities and stuff before she started streaming. Uh, I mean, for a long time since I met Dream, you were hanging out in this chat too. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
in everyone's really, but like a lot of people start out with a laptop or an Xbox. So it's nice that you had the
Oh,
resources and
yeah, I've been so,
help.
like, lucky just to be able to have the community before I even started streaming.
Yeah.
Just that, have already made friends and, because honestly, like, it takes a lot to even take that step into streaming, especially, like, I'm really bad at getting in my mind and being like, "Well, what if it doesn't go well?" There's so many, behind the scenes things that go into streaming where it's not always that simple, and just having even a couple people that'll come into my streams and sit there the whole time even, like, that has changed the game for me, just showing me, like, yeah, it is possible for me to be able to do this, for me to have that community, for me to make these friends and make connections. And it's definitely like, I know you said you've been streaming for 2.5 years or whatever.
Hmm?
You said when you started, you had a solid, literally zero viewer count,
Yeah.
and you kept going. Like, I'm very, very lucky enough where you had already helped me meet wonderful people, make these connections to where I even just had one or two people sit in my chats and make me feel more comfortable about being able to do this.
I mean,
So,
yeah, really the community just shows you how tight the community is. It just kind
yeah,
of it
absolutely.
works itself. If you meet one person, they'll be like, "Hey, check out this person." You go check out that person. Hey, check out this person. You meet everyone, and everyone supports
Yeah.
everyone, and it's
Yeah,
awesome.
the support, yeah, that everyone just shows each other. The people I see in my stream, I'll get off, hop over into someone else's stream, and the same group of people will be in there. We'll go to another person's stream, and the same group of people will be there. It's just really cool to see, yeah, like you said, how strong and how tight that community is, where I feel like it's one big family where we all are going all in to support all of these different people. And it makes it, super fun and just like really special too. It gives it more meaning than, just playing video games.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Yeah, it definitely
it's
goes beyond video games. I'd
mhm.
say I've made a pretty good little friend group. Um,
Yeah,
you
yeah, I was
know,
gonna say I feel like now, like, honestly, I feel like my best friends are people I've never even met in person, you
right?
know?
Exactly.
So, it's a awesome feeling
People
that
that live halfway across the world. It's
when
crazy.
you are doing something that you're having fun with, but then realize that it's also something bigger than that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
By the
So,
way, this is a live broadcast. This isn't a recording.
yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to ignore you guys in chat. I'm just trying to get sidetracked and off topic because I get distracted easy. They're saying it's a recording. Like it's a recording.
I know, I have people in my chat too.
I
Survivor
promise it's
says
not a
he
recording.
loves the Unkindness Lounge. He's like, "I dig that name." Like, he
Yeah,
went over the name, and that's awesome.
Void and Awaken are over there. They're like, that's lame. They should have done it live. I'm like, we are
Dude,
doing it live, guys. We're just awkward, okay? And we're trying not to be
we're just
awkward.
awkward. It's like we've got things we gotta talk about. If we get mad, that's a whole new
Right, exactly.
whole new thing, and,
It's all good. It's all good though.
yeah.
But yeah, some of my best friends I've met, like one of them is obviously Sambi Wami. I
Tommy
love
Mommy,
Sam.
let's
Somnic,
go. Who doesn't love
dude,
Psalm? We love
everyone loves
Psalm.
Sam. Somnic is amazing. I mean, I literally talk to that
Yeah.
guy all day long, every day. Play video
Yeah.
games with
I
him.
feel like Dominic has become definitely one of my closest friends.
Mm-hmm.
Just someone I feel like I can be myself around, and he's so funny, he's so much fun. Yeah,
For sure.
he's a great guy,
And
and
Supreme Steph, she's
Steph,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Javante, Crispy Cat, Boyd. Boyd, you're one of them. Awaken, everyone really. I mean,
yeah.
Survivor, everyone
Yeah,
that's
all of us,
hanging
I feel
out.
like
We're all
all of
best
us are just
friends.
really close, and
But
it's just nice to
yeah,
feel like you can be yourself on a platform like this where people are watching you,
for
and
sure.
people are taking you in and getting closer to you instead of, judging you or pushing you away. Like it really is like a big family. Because
Yeah,
like we
it's
already
pretty
talked about,
awesome.
we're freaking awkward, and then we still we still have tons of friends on
Right,
here. So,
exactly. Yeah.
yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to meet like real genuine friends, but I feel like I've done that without even meeting them, and it's just
Exactly.
it's
It's
strange,
really
but
cool. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely thankful for that, for everyone that I have met on here,
Yeah.
and it's made it such a positive, fun experience.
You know what
And
the
I
craziest
truly
part is?
what?
I met Dream in so it's only been 8 months. It
Gosh, it
feels
hasn't
like
even
I've
been a
known
year?
all these people forever.
Yeah. Crazy.
Pretty wild. Pretty wild stuff.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Um, Phasmophobia. I'm
Phasmophobia.
so addicted to that game, but I gotta ask, like, I think I've asked you before. You believe in ghosts?
Ooh, this is a great topic. Okay, I love this already. So, my thoughts on ghosts is yes, I feel like there is definitely the supernatural, whether you want to call it ghosts or spirits or whatever you want to consider it. I do
Wraith.
believe in like supernatural types of things that are kind of here as well, because I just feel like there's there's too many weird, bizarre stories and like based on true events, like stuff like that. There's too much out there to not believe in any of it. That's my opinion. I think there's no way
Yeah.
there's nothing out there. I definitely think some, like obviously shows and stories and stuff like that can get blown out of proportion. Some of it is made up, yes, but like I definitely do believe that there's too much out there to just be closed-minded about it completely and think that none of it's real.
Yeah,
What
I would
about you?
agree with you on that. I mean, let's look at like it kind of goes in hand with aliens, the topic of aliens, and for a while it's like a 50-50 toss up, like you believe or you don't believe, and now you literally can't deny it because the government has literally like released footage of UFOs and basically said, hey, thing. So I mean, it could be the same thing with spirits in my mind. I mean, honestly.
Absolutely. Yeah, and there's yeah, I mean, so many people I've heard even so many people talking about their encounters and like with like a place that's haunted or the things that have happened, and I don't know, I
You
just
ever
feel like there's
experienced anything?
too much out there. I have not. No. No, have you?
A little bit. Not
I
not
haven't
anything to
I've never went
brag
looking for
about.
it. I've
Yeah.
never went looking for it. Um, but nothing's ever happened to me. But yeah, just along like you said, along the topic of aliens, like I'm super fascinated in aliens too, because it's like
Yeah.
the topic that people are easy to just want to be, I don't know, I don't want to say ignorant, but kind of ignorant about it, where they don't even want to think about it. So they're like, no, it doesn't, it's not true, it doesn't exist. But if you really like divulge into really greater details of like that kind of stuff and spirits and supernatural, like there's too much there to completely close yourself
Yeah,
off to the
100%.
idea that something could be there. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I've experienced a little bit of some things. Nothing just really strange occurrences. I can't just
Yeah. Yeah.
but I've also never had the proper equipment, you know. You see
Right.
what the proper equipment can do for some
Guys, if
people,
you've played Phasmophobia,
you know.
you know about this
You have a
equipment.
ghostwriting book, then you're good.
I mean, I've never had a spirit box to like really talk to a
Yeah,
ghost.
that's true. But we have plans for that in the future.
Yeah. So me and
Maybe.
Lizard have actually really been talking about wanting to go to a real ghost hunt because we have, I mean, freaking Phasmo is so fun. And it really does make you think about spirits
Yeah.
in this, other things like that. We're like, we should go ghost hunting
Hey,
sometime. So that's definitely something
hopefully,
that's gonna happen, hopefully
hopefully,
at some point.
hopefully we get. I
Yeah.
want to happen. I am
I
such a
know, me
baby,
too.
so but
I am yeah,
I
what's
think it would
funny
be
is that
cool.
we're both really bad with, like, horror,
Right? Yeah, it's gonna be
and it could be a completely
full
different
events
experience once we're in the real
for sure. Yeah,
thing, but I think it'd be super fun to, like, actually do a real
yeah, for
ghost
sure.
hunting
Um,
experience.
when the world opens back.
Right, right.
Sure.
We've basically got a whole education in this video game we've been playing.
Right? Yeah, that's it's gonna be a blast for sure. But yeah, we like we said before, we really wanted to start this podcast to really bring the community closer and learn more about people. So I think the plan for the future, whenever you have a guest on here, is obviously they'll be like third screen on, and we'll really just talk like we're talking now, just learn more about them.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's something that when we thought about doing this podcast and planned for it, we didn't just want it to be the two of us every time. We
Right?
really do want to get the community involved and to
For
have,
sure.
guests every week or, people that we've grown close to that also have their own story and we're just really interested in, bringing the community together, learning more about other people. So, yeah, definitely hoping to get some guests on here and get more to talk about.
I mean,
And
yeah, it goes beyond video games, so uh, it's a way to
yeah,
get to know someone better, really.
yeah, absolutely. And we want you guys to be able to learn more about who we're playing, when we are streaming, who we're playing games with, the kinds of people that are in this community. Um, so it's a good opportunity for us to learn more and you guys to learn more about these people as well.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of people that I've watched their content and stuff, but I know nothing about. Uh,
Right,
for example, Zarners. I've watched a lot of Zarners, and
yes,
I don't know much about the dude, really.
right.
So I mean, that it'd be interesting to his history with video games. I know a little bit, but things like that. An important question I wanted to ask you earlier, I just remembered. Um, why did you start streaming? Like, what made you want to stream other
Okay,
than
that's a great question.
yeah?
Um, so probably let's see. So yeah, like we said earlier, I've streamed for about 2 months now, and then I absolutely knew nothing about streaming whatsoever um, until Lizard started streaming on Mixer, and you would talk about Mixer, and so I never had Twitch, none of that. I didn't watch anyone stream. I literally didn't really even know about it. Period. And I downloaded Mixer just to like I followed him, that he's the only person I followed just because we were great friends with Lizard and I'm like, yeah, I want to support my friend. Um so I literally downloaded it just to follow him. That's what I would like watch some of his Mixer streams and literally like that's the only thing I had to do with it. And then when he switched over to Twitch, I started watching, a lot more of your streams and then also people that you were involved with. Like one day Lizard sent me a text. It was like, you should I know you don't watch, much streams or anything, but you should go check out Dreamality, which all of you guys probably know Dreamality. And I was like, I really only do this to watch you. Like,
Video
I don't
games are
really
for
watch anyone else.
nerds.
Yeah, I was like, I don't really want anything to do with it, but I guess I'll like go check him out. And I remember the first stream how I literally just popped in there and like said hi and how welcome he made me feel. Like someone I don't even know. Like it's one thing to sit there and in your stream, someone I've known for quite a few years now and hang out with a friend. But it's another thing to just like pop in someone random stream and be like, "Hey," and they like welcome you and accept you and talk to you like they do know you. So I remember like how he made me feel with how welcomed I felt and how people in the chat would like chat to me and stuff like that. And I'm like, dang, these people are really, really nice and really welcoming. And he was so fun with his stream. And I was like, so I continued watching his stream. And then I got to know the people in the chat. And then I would start watching other people's streams that I would, knew started knowing that they were streaming too. And then I got to know the community of people that were in your stream, Lizard and Dream Stream, and like Robbie's and people like that. And I started, getting really, really close with them and to be good friends with them to the point where I was like, this looks like it'd be really fun. Like, look at all these people playing games, doing something that they love to do, and how much fun they're having with it. How they get to try new games, they get to meet all these different people, they get to make these friendships, these connections. And I started seeing that just from watching others, like, and I'm like, this looks like like a lot of fun. And I got to the point where um I I was like had a lot of free time on my hand because I wasn't working, with COVID and everything. Like, I know a lot of people had a lot of downtime. So I was spending all this time at home and didn't have much to do. I was like
You're playing games
already
anyway.
playing games. Yeah, I was already playing video games pretty much all the time. We would play stuff all the time, me and you. And I'd literally be playing with you while you're streaming. And finally, I was like, this is so much fun. Like, what's it gonna hurt to try? I'm already doing all the steps. I'm already playing games. I already have met so many people. I finally, got a PC. I was like, I got the stuff. I was like, we might as well just give it a shot. If I'm already doing all this stuff, might as well stream the gameplay and have the people to talk to as
Heck
well.
yeah.
So, and that is how it happened. Literally, it was so funny because it got to the point where I really wanted to stream. And after getting off with you, like almost every day, I'd tell JT, I'm like, dude, I really want to stream. Like, I really want to.
Yeah.
And at first, I was just saying that. And like, when he would be like, do you really want to? And I'm like just nervous about it, because it's like a big step.
It's intimidating.
Yeah, it is. And then I got this streaming software and I was like, "Holy crap, this is gonna like, I don't know how to do any of this." And Lizard was like super patient and he helped me, put everything together so that I could actually start streaming. And so, like, super thankful for that. I wouldn't have known anything about this if it weren't for you. And then, yeah, a couple months ago, I just like said, "The heck with it," gave it a try. Here we
Yeah.
are. It's
It took off.
today.
It's been good.
And now we're sitting here doing a podcast
Yeah.
on top of
I
that.
still
Like,
remember whenever you told us that you wanted to stream, and I got so excited. Me and
yeah.
Caitlin both we're like, dude, she's gonna freaking nail it. Like, she needed to be streaming this whole time. So yeah, I think everyone's glad that you started streaming because you're
I
always in everyone's
definitely
chat hanging out. So I remember
yeah.
when a lot of people do that they are a part of the community and in the chat and stuff, and then whenever you see them go live or they tell you they're gonna stream, it's like the most exciting thing. I remember
Yeah.
Supreme Steph was like one of the first people to do that, and I was like, oh my gosh, Steph is streaming, and it was like so much fun. Som's streaming now, like everyone's just giving it a real shot, and
Yeah.
it's pretty fun. But yeah, I know what you mean. As far as what you were saying about the first time you popped in Dreams chat, how he just made you feel so welcome. He really talks to you like he's talking to a best friend. I mean, he'll have 50 people watching him, and he'll make each person seem like you're the most important person there, which is
Right.
good. So like I just think it's crazy how so many people in the community. So like, it's awake and no sleeper who's in the chat right
Oh,
now.
yeah, Awaken's
Um,
awesome.
yeah, the first time I met Awaken, I popped into his chat, and I I I hung out for the entire night pretty much. Like his entire stream, and I mean, really, we just talked to each other like we were best friends. And the next day, he's like, "You're a mod." I was his first mod. That was back on Mixer.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, just so many people are really good at doing Bobby Juice. He's really good
Yeah,
at
yeah.
doing
And
that.
that
Survivor.
honestly, it could have gone a complete opposite way. There are people that are not like that. And if you
Yeah,
ran into the wrong person when you're new, especially, like, yeah, it is intimidating to get into streaming and essentially just going live and having people watch you on top of playing a game as well. And, it could have just taken one or two people to get you down and make you not want to do that. But like that shows how good this community is because no matter what, people show up and they are super super supportive and they're there for you and they encourage you and cheer you on, and so
it can
it
be
definitely,
intimidating at
yeah.
first for sure. I remember when I first got a webcam. I mean, I was so nervous with my 0 view average to even hit the live
Yeah,
button. Not because of the way I look or anything, but just because I'm like I have really bad
right.
social anxiety, and that's really why I wanted to
Yeah,
give streaming a real shot, was just to combat that. I think that's what a lot of people
yeah.
do, and then they realize that it works. I mean, I'm not really I'm socially awkward, but I'm not socially
No,
uh
I actually, that's a very good thing you brought up
anxious.
because that's how I have been, like, very, yeah, I have a lot of social anxiety, and
Right.
it's hard for me to really talk to people that I don't know.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Lizard said, like, I'm gonna be awkward regardless, whether no matter how many times I stream, like, I'm just an awkward person, but I've learned to, like, be okay with that and have fun with that. But
Sure.
yeah, it's definitely helped progress my, I don't know, like, social skills and social ability and be able to, like, not get so nervous about just talking, getting into conversations and stuff like that with people that you don't know. And especially just, like, using a webcam, like you said,
Yeah.
that sounds so minor, but that's a huge
It is a
step,
huge thing.
and
It's more intimate because uh if you listen to if you tune in a Psalm stream, he doesn't have a webcam, so you hear the voice, and then like that's one thing versus seeing the person, and it's completely
yeah,
different. Like
it's
sometimes you just
yeah.
don't really know what to expect whenever you see
It
someone
does.
for the first
Yeah, it
time.
feels so much more
Um,
personal, and yeah, and I think that's why it's so nerve-wracking at first is
it's
because 'cause
very
you're
nerve
letting
wracking.
these people kinda
Not that there's
be
anything
into
wrong with
your
that.
life a little bit.
There's
No,
nothing wrong
there's
with
nothing
streaming
wrong
without
with
a
that.
webcam. There's lots of perfect
Yeah,
streamers that stream without
nothing
webcams.
wrong with
Psalm is
that.
one of them.
It's just,
As far
how
as
we're talking about how big of a step
combating
it can be.
social
Yeah,
awkwardness,
yeah,
it helps because you have to put yourself out there in that awkward
exactly.
situation where
Yeah,
you're
and you're
allowing
letting people
people.
kinda come into your personal life a little
Yeah,
bit more.
really.
And yeah, it is very scary and nerve-wracking at first. And I
Yeah,
remember how freaking nervous I was. Like, yeah, that first time you go live and you press that button. And but it's helped me just, just doing it a couple months to be able to sit here and, you know, look through the camera, be able to talk to all these people that I don't know and feel comfortable
yeah.
with myself, comfortable with it. And, it's definitely pushed me in a good direction, and like you said, help combat a lot of that, social anxiety and, in general.
Yeah, Awaken made a good point just now. He said it helps whenever people are all coming together with shared interests because it helps break the ice. That's very true, and I think that's why
Absolutely.
it's an important thing as far as you know, getting over the social awkwardness, because it is a common interest thing. So it's easier to talk to someone, but you're still having to talk to someone. So
Right.
it does make it a lot easier, but at the same time, it's helping you more than you know. So
Yeah,
it's pretty
it's
awesome.
helped me more than I know. You don't even
And
realize it, I
yeah,
don't think, until you're casually doing this on a daily basis almost, and
right.
it's not a big deal anymore. And I also wanna touch on that, kinda like what you said is, what Awaken was saying about people coming in and chatting about common interests. I know when I first started watching people's streams that I didn't know, so because you're the only one I watched for the longest time, I would be like kind of wanting to dip my toes in the water into different streamers and different games and kind of watch a little bit, but I would never chat because I was too nervous to even chat. I was like, what the
Yeah.
heck? These people don't know me. And I guarantee a lot of other people probably feel that way too. But then being a streamer kind of puts you on the other side of that. And I never realized, yeah, I do want people to chat, whether they know me or not, whether they've been in the stream 10 times or never seen it and just come across it. Like, you don't have to chat, but I just want people to know that they're like, whether I know you or not, you're always welcome into the conversation. You're always welcome to chat, you know, regardless of who you are. Like, I would love to have that conversation with you. And just because I remember being too nervous about like, oh, what the streamer was gonna think about a random person just popping in and trying to join the conversation.
Yeah.
So, that's another thing, like, just realize, like, even if you don't know, like, you don't know me, you don't know Lizard, like, we're always more than welcome to have you, you know, sit there and talk to chat, sit there and talk to us. You don't necessarily have to be friends or know the person to have a conversation with them. That's
Yeah.
kinda something that I wish I would have realized because I shied away from talking to a lot of streamers for the longest time just because I didn't know them. So I thought they were gonna think I was weird for popping into their chat.
Right, like who are you? You're the new
Yeah.
guy.
What are
Yeah.
you doing? Yeah.
But yeah, everyone's so friendly though, in this community. Um and supportive at the same time. Like I remember the Mixer days whenever we all got the big news, Mixer is dying, we're all terrified. Like literally every Mixer streamer, every viewer, they're like, where we go? What are we gonna do?
That is
Let's
so
pop
I don't
over
know
on
much
Twitch.
about Mixer, but
Yeah.
that was a smaller platform, right?
Very smaller, like a fraction, a small fraction. So
Yeah.
if you were to go to here, let me pull up an example here. I'll go to Twitch and I will go to The Sims 4. There are it doesn't tell you how many channels are live, but there are 1.5 thousand viewers watching The
Oh my
Sims
gosh.
4 right now. And
Yeah.
scrolling through, I can tell there's hundreds and hundreds of people streaming it. Whenever you would go to The Sims 4 on Mixer, maybe 60 top viewers total and like maybe 5 people. Same thing with most games except for like, obviously Call of Duty and Fortnite, but like any smaller game, I mean, there's just not as many people at all streaming or watching. So we were all just nervous because it's like, okay, you can't grow to like maybe your full potential on Mixer because it's smaller. But at the same time, it's just such a tight community. Like
You
we don't want to
yeah,
lose
and
that
it gives you a
sense
great
of
head start
place.
kinda thing,
Yeah.
and yeah, like a
Um.
family versus that makes a lot of sense knowing that because
Right.
Twitch when you do hear Twitch, you do think of those big streamers who have
Yeah.
millions or thousands,
Right.
hundreds of thousands of followers and stuff like that, and it is intimidating when it is
Yeah.
such a big platform.
Yeah. It's
And I feel like
a
that's
huge
probably
platform.
why people struggled so much with where to go after Mixer. I know a lot of people didn't wanna do Twitch, but they're like, Where do I go from here?"
Yeah, for
Um,
sure. I mean, you look at it, it's so much bigger, but yet the community is a lot bigger and a lot tighter, in my opinion. So I
yeah.
think it's been, I think it's
So
been
you're
great,
happy
honestly.
with yeah, you're
I'm happy with
you,
Twitch. I'm
happy
glad
with the
Mixer's gone.
yeah,
Mixer was great, but at the same time, I am glad that we can grow together. Really, that's what it's
yeah.
all about. The
And that
community
probably gave you
grows,
that step to
and we all
put
grow
yourself
together.
in
Yeah,
mission
I mean,
to a bigger
you look at CS Soli.
yeah.
Soli. I mean, Soli on Mixer. I think he had less than 2,000 followers. If I'm no, he had more than 2,000. I think I'm not 100%. But uh the point is he was pretty big on Mixer, like really big. He goes over to Twitch and like he's almost doubled his follower count. And
Yeah.
tripled, quadrupled his viewer count
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
6 months.
And that,
He's a Twitch
yeah, that's
partner
insane.
already. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that just goes to show the potential that Twitch has. Obviously, a lot of us
Right.
are, we all get to that point, but if not,
Right.
that's cool too. You know, the
Yeah.
point is, it's a lot bigger, and still the community's tight. Pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been so pleasantly surprised with the community that Twitch has brought. I,
Yeah, for
could I speak so highly of it because it is seriously like I've met some of the greatest friends that I would never have met outside
right.
of streaming, outside of Twitch. Uh, even just watching people's streams, I've gotten so
You
close to people and
definitely never have a lack of someone to talk to if you need
yeah,
them. A
or
friend,
even a
never
lack of
lack a friend.
support, which
Yeah,
is really, really nice to have in,
it's pretty good.
this kind of platform when you are putting yourself out there essentially. It's great to have people that will support you and back you no matter what you're doing on here. So, yeah.
So, what are the 2021 goals for Ravenclaw and stream?
Ooh,
Um,
okay.
Games
That
you're interested in playing, goals you want to achieve, any of that, things you want to change,
um streaming wise, I
anywise. I mean,
yeah,
life wise too.
dang.
Get out of
Okay.
that place you live in.
Yeah, I was
Is that
literally
a
gonna
goal?
say that. Okay, yeah, that's a major goal. I'm excited for 2021 because uh this is gonna be the first year. I feel like this past year is really hard, just a really hard year. For those of you that don't know, my husband was deployed. Um, so I spent, almost a year without him. We had freaking COVID on top of that. It's just been a really hard year for a lot of people. And
We've
I had
both
a
had
really hard.
COVID-19 now.
Yeah, I've had COVID, Lizard
It's
has had
wild.
COVID. I mean, it's been a tough year, so honestly, I'm excited just to hit that new year mark. I know all these, like, problems in the world won't go away overnight, but it is a nice refresher, a nice chance to, like, start over and, um, I feel like I've got so, like, kind of I know this sucks to say, but, like, unmotivated almost with the way everything's going, and now it's almost winter, and so I'm excited for that new year to really be able to, like, try to work towards goals again and,
Sure.
yeah, but streaming wise, like, I definitely wanna play a few more games, and I want to add a little more, like, variety into the stream. Um I think one of the things I wanna work on is just being okay with being, like, a beginner gamer in a sense, because I still get really nervous. There's games I wanna play, but I don't play them because I get too nervous about the people watching me, like, what they're gonna think because I'm new at the game. So that's one personal goal I feel like I wanna work at, is being okay with putting a game on stream, and being able to be okay with, like, learning in front of everyone and being a beginner and not caring about, the viewers, like, what other people might think if, they've sat there and played games for their whole life or whatever. Because I feel like for me, it's kind of intimidating sometimes to watch these streamers that have played games since they were a kid, and here I am just starting. So there's definitely new games I want to play. I'm really hoping to pick up Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I kind of want to play that. And then I want to start Ghost of, I don't know if it's Tsushima or how to say it.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have that game. I just haven't started it. So I'm hoping those are two games that I definitely really want to play and start in 2021 for sure. Um, yeah, hopefully just another personal goal that I have no control over is get the heck out of where I live. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, my husband's in the military, so we do not have control over where we live. But he was told that hopefully this coming year we will get orders and be able to start the process of getting out of here and on to somewhere else. I feel like if I could just, get out of here, get us somewhere a little nicer, that would help just my mental health, honestly, because it sucks here.
For
So
sure.
yeah, that's my one of the biggest things. I just really, if there's one thing I want to happen in 2021,
Out of
it's like
there, it's just
let me get out of here.
so far
Yeah,
away from everything.
right. Yeah. Let's talk about your 2021. You
I don't
gotta say
know.
something.
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. You know, everything is so, you know, wish-washy. Is that a word?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
You don't
I get
know.
what you're saying.
I mean, I
Yeah.
started out 2020. I was like, you know what? I'm uh more active. Um, do all these things that never happened. I'm still at the same job. I'm happier than ever. COVID-19 just completely
It's
changed
like,
everything.
yeah,
You
you
really
can, and
cannot
that's the
predict the
thing. You gotta
future.
be flexible because you can make these goals,
Yeah,
but like thinking about how 2020 started and how it's ending,
right.
no one could have ever predicted this. So,
It, it for me, it's just adapting. That's my goal is to adapt
yeah.
new situation in the best way
Yeah.
when it comes. So that's my goal is
Yeah. And I mean,
take it
you
as it goes.
mentioned wanting a new job, but you're gonna get a new schedule, so hopefully that's gonna help with.
It's been one of the most stressful years ever, obviously for I think everyone, but at the same time, this has been one of the best years of my life. I got married. I
Yeah, absolutely.
met so many people on Mixer and Twitch, and I mean the streaming is more than just streaming to no one, and so yeah, I just want to keep growing and making friends and
Yeah.
enjoying life. Really, that's the goal. I don't have any big goals.
And kind of along what you said is it's been a hard year, but it has been one of the best years.
Yeah,
It's been a very tough year, but it also has been a great year with, um,
yeah,
how
it's different.
many how much new things have happened with, yeah, like, the people that we've met and become close to, and with, like, yeah, with
For
streaming
sure.
and, yeah, the marriage, that's huge. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Um. Yeah. You should never feel like you should never worry about your gameplay either. Wait, Raven, because one, you're not bad at video games. I think you
I
think
don't
you
know.
don't give you enough self enough credit, and two, I mean, come on, how like I used to focus on that too, like Call of Duty. I would sure I can get a clip if I'm really focused, not worried about chat. It's all about the gameplay. But I mean, we've seen it all before. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Everyone's seen it all
right.
before. I think whenever it comes to streaming and stuff, I know when I go to your stream, I'm looking for a friend. A lot of people.
Yeah,
So
and
more
that's
than
what I've
anything,
gotten
the
even though
gameplay
it's
is
super
a
fun.
added bonus.
Yeah,
But
it's super fun just to play
yeah,
games, but yeah, the community is really where it's at and
right.
the biggest thing with streaming, so I'm like, if anyone comes in there, then they don't need to be there, like,
Yeah, you should never worry about the gameplay or how
yeah.
bad you are at a video game. I mean, I watched you do those bird races and see for like 30 minutes, and it was entertaining.
Gosh. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just one of those things with I'm getting more comfortable as we go, and it has helped me to already try new games on stream,
for sure. Yeah,
but yeah, I
and
definitely never wanna neglect playing something that I wanna play just because of getting nervous about how it's gonna look or how like, if I'm gonna be bad at it or, anything
for
like
sure,
that, and that's just something that
most
I'm
important thing
hoping
is
to
you're
get
having
a little
fun.
better at. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm hoping that, 2021 brings some, new fun games that we can
Exciting
get
game.
addicted to.
Hopefully, we'll
Yeah,
we'll see. Right now,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm ready for something new besides. Yeah,
Me too.
More
Yeah.
multiplayer games.
Yeah. I
Good.
know Lizard and I had kinda like, we talked about how we've always, you know, came together on one game and played so much of it, and we're kinda at the point now where we're looking for something else. We've played so much Call of Duty. Fortnite's kinda over. We're grinding out Phasmo right now, and that's been a lot of fun, but I'm hoping we can, yeah, find something else that we can start having a good time with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That note, I really gotta go to work, man.
Perfect. Perfect. Great.
But we're a little over an hour. I think it went good.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, and
know,
like we talked about, like, this is a great introduction for you to kinda get to know us a little more, and then hopefully from here on out, we'll start being able to add guests that we've gotten close to, and you can kinda learn, more about them.
definitely. Right
Awesome.
now, with both of our schedules, we don't have a set time and day
Yeah.
of when this podcast will be happening. But hopefully, we'll be able to do one episode a week with
Yeah.
a streamer from the community, and
Yeah, right now, that's kinda what we're thinking,
get you
once a
guys
week.
around in here.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be
And
good.
if you
It'll
guys
be
have
fun.
any, like, topics that you're interested in learning about, whether it's about us or about the people that we bring on, definitely feel free to, like,
Yeah,
let me know in chat sometime or even, like, whisper me. Let me know if you guys have any specific topics that you
for
wanna
sure.
wanna hear on the podcast, because we will try to, make this, like, a weekly thing.
All right. Yep. We got
Alright.
like 3 more minutes. Questions in chat if you have any. Both
Yeah,
chats.
if you're here
Let
and
them roll.
you
You got three
have
minutes,
any
guys. That's all you
questions,
got for me because I
3
really gotta
minutes
go
and
to
then
work.
Lizard's going
I
to
gotta
work.
go to work. Next time we'll try to get this situated and actually start on time because we were about 30 minutes late today because we were having issues. But hey, now we know the issues. I think this looks good to me. We just need to
Yeah,
add
honestly,
individual
a little bit.
images, not the
Yeah,
background. So we'll be
yeah,
good.
yeah, for sure.
Void says favorite food. Favorite food for
Oh
me
my
right
gosh, I love
now.
this topic.
I don't know, man. I had a meatball sub last week that fucking knocked my socks off, and then chicken parmesan
Dude,
rage
my favorite
sandwich.
food will always be buffalo wings.
Buffalo wing.
Freaking love buffalo wings. I'm gonna eat them literally every meal of
Buffalo
every
wings are
day.
good.
Yeah, favorite food for life. Also, like, just appreciate everyone in chat that's been, saying hi and stuff like that. I obviously haven't responded to much because we've been
Right.
doing this live,
Yeah.
podcast, so we've got certain things we wanna talk about and everything, but I
Yeah.
definitely appreciate you guys being here
I
and
promise we're
stopping
not
in and saying
neglecting you.
hi.
We're
Yeah.
reading everything you're saying. We
Yeah,
we
I'm
really
reading,
appreciate you
we're just
guys,
like I'm
and we're
usually
taking it
reading
to
it in the
heart.
middle of a conversation, and,
Yeah.
yeah, I just appreciate, you guys that showed
You
up
guys are
and
awesome.
yeah.
Void says favorite game. Mine,
Wait, what's it?
of
Favorite
all
game?
time or at the moment? Right now, at the moment, Phasmophobia. Of all time, probably Skyrim.
Favorite game of all time, definitely, Breath of the Wild. I
It's a
still
good one.
play that game and freaking have a blast with it. Right now, my favorite game is still, yeah, Phasmo and Animal Crossing, just because I feel like they're both ones you can hop on at any time of the day and just, like, relax and have a good time with.
For
But
sure.
what'd you
Yeah.
say your, all-time favorite game was? Lizard?
Skyrim for sure.
Skyrim?
Elder
Yeah,
Scrolls
I
5,
love
Skyrim.
dude, that's so fun.
I think that is the greatest game ever made, in my opinion. If you look up top 10 list of best video games ever made, Skyrim will always be on that list. Always. So,
I need to play
you
some
know,
more of it. That was last time I played with it, I was
yeah.
having a blast with
Uh,
it, so
it definitely takes a little bit to get into, but once you're addicted, you're addicted. So,
yeah.
there's just so much you can do in that game. It's too good. Heck yeah, Awaken. You're for sure going to be on the show at some point.
Oh my
That's for
gosh,
sure.
please awaken, please. You're one of those that I hardly knew and made me feel so comfortable in your stream. So you're awesome and I really appreciate you.
Awaken is
Can't wait to
such
get
a
you on here
guy.
and learn more about you.
Sure.
Yeah,
Any more questions? Anyone? You got any?
good.
Well, hey, if that's all the questions, then you can always ask in our streams. I don't have a set schedule. Do you? I don't do the schedule thing, but anytime you catch us live, just pop in and ask us. I mean, you know, we'll answer. We're not afraid to. So
Absolutely.
yeah, I think everyone in here is Raven already, but if you don't, follow
Yeah.
Ravenclaw.
Follow Lizardnutta if you do not follow
I
him
do.
already.
But yeah, we'll try to get
And
another episode in next week. Once we find someone. Because our plan was to get Dreamality for our first episode as a guest, but he's on Christmas, so we'll get someone though.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out,
Perfect.
guys.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys, on our very first
Yeah,
episode of the
should
Unkindness Lounge.
should we do like a double raid or what?
Ooh, yeah,
I
we'll
mean, we
have to.
could Unkindness Lounge raid. I don't even know who to.
Anyone on?
Yeah, there's a few people. Dylan the Villain is streaming. I've never rated Dylan.
Let's rate him. Okay, let's do a hashtag unkindness lounge.
Yeah, hashtag Unkindness Lounge?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that.
Unkindness
Guys,
Lounge.
copy and paste this. We're gonna go raid Dylan the Villain. Copy and paste unkindness lounge for the raid.
Yeah, let me get it set up real quick. Shoot. Spell it. Sorry. Isn't he the first person you rated too?
Yeah, because I couldn't figure out how to spell it. So I messed up like 10
A-N.
times.
It's so hard to spell his name.
It is. It is. It's like, how complicated can it be?
Yeah, okay, I think I got it.
All right, ready? Guys, hashtag unkindness
Oh my
lounge
gosh, mine
for
was
the
an
raid.
invalid
Oh my
username. Will you spell it for me?
Yeah, capital D Y. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, capital D
Yep.
Y 1 A N capital D A capital V I L L A I N.
Alright, let's try it.
All right.
Okay, it's working, it's working.
All right, let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go.
hey, thank you guys for hanging out. We appreciate
Yeah,
you guys.
thank you so
You're
much. We
awesome.
appreciated it.
Yep.
Have an awesome day, guys, and go say hi to Dylan the Villain.
Yeah. Peace.